Day. Today we're going to be fixing a board on the Macbook Board Repair Show. I'm your host, Louis Rossmann. So let's get started. So today it looks like what we have is a MacBook Air. A MacBook Air, there we go. And it appears to have some issues when it comes to turning on. And turning on is one of those things that people expect a MacBook to be able to do in today's day and age. I know, people can be quite greedy with their demands. I've noticed this. Everybody expects everything to just work nowadays. It can be very stressful. It can be actually quite stressful. But I think it's an understandable demand, and we're going to do what we can to make this work so that we can get ourselves a happy customer. Now, one of the things that you may see here is that it's stuck at 20 volts and taking 0 to 30 milliamps. Now, as you know, I always like to, just unplug batteries and things of that nature and then see how much power the board is taking itself. And we're moving back and forth between 0 milliamps and 20 to 30 milliamps. So it's kind of trying to turn on, but then turning itself off, and then trying to turn itself on and turn itself off, and try to turn itself on and turn itself off. Let's try to figure out why that is. Now, the simple fact that we're getting 20 volts means that I'm likely not stuck in DFU or needing any sort of DFU restore to the T2 chip, because when that's the issue, usually we're stuck at 5 volts, and we're not stuck at 5 volts here. So that's a good thing. That we're getting to 20 volts means that some systems are working, and the T2 chip is doing its job to some extent, and I am happy with that. And so should you. You as well should also be happy with that. And if you're not happy with that, then there's probably nothing I can do to make you happy. You're probably one of those people that, likes to complain in YouTube comments about things, and those are just horrible people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the board out of the case, and we're going to examine it up close. We're going to take a couple of measurements, try to get an idea of what's going on, and something tells me that when I open this up that there's going to be a visual cue that lets me in on what's actually going on with this device. I have a feeling that we're going to see a visual cue that's going to give us an idea of what's really going on here. So we're almost there. We just have to take out the screws holding the screen in. I'm just going to do this. Going to do this. No biggie, no biggie. Again, we're almost there. Just take out the screw holding this little cover for the Wi-Fi antennas in. We do this. We do this. And watch. Just be careful. Okay. Got one more little cable over here we got to take out. Why is that fan to the side like that? It doesn't cool anything. Well, this machine runs really, really, really cool as is. It's not like the older MacBooks that kind of cook themselves insanely from the inside. Seems to run a little bit cooler than others. But time will tell. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how many of these just wind up developing dead CPUs. Okay. Now. Yeah. Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh, that's quite a bit of corrosion. Yeah, can you guys see that? Can you guys see that if I zoom in a little bit like this? Oh, my God. Yeah, so what was I saying over there? That I believed I was going to find some corrosion. Now, why did I say that? Why did I say that? What led me to believe that it was going to be visual? Because I did point that out in the beginning. I did say that I expected there to be a visual cue of what was going on. Well, the reason I expected there to be a visual cue is because I noticed that it was going up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. And that tends to denote that there's one power wall that's not turning on for whatever reason, due to a short circuit upstream or something like that. And what else is going to cause that on this? Because I haven't really had a lot of caps just randomly shorting. That usually causes your PP bus issues in your older MacBooks. Didn't really see a lot of that on this machine. So I imagined it was going to be liquid, and it was. And again, it's really cool when you're able to make these little associations. And the way that you start making these associations is when you have a problem, you just take a look at the amount of power that's being used, and you go, and you just kind of make a little mental note and go from there. So we've got some cleanup to do over here. Now, usually I go through with flux and reflow, but over here you have underfilled chips. And you guys know what's going to happen if underfilled chips, and I use heat near them, right? It's not gonna go well. So that's not something that we should be doing. If we care about this customer's data and we respect the sanctity of their data, we're going to make a change to how we would usually handle this. Now, as I say, the reason I typically use flux and reflow rather than clean is because I don't want any of these solder joints that may still be half good but just about to die completely as a result of going through an ultrasonic cleaner. That would be really sad, and it's also, particularly if you don't remember exactly where all the liquid is, it can be difficult. Again, you want to avoid this issue where it goes into the ultrasonic cleaner and it actually comes out worse. That's always something you're looking to avoid. However, in this particular case, given that some of our corrosion is right next to an underfilled area, we are going to modify what we're doing. And we don't always have the exact same way of doing things all the time, regardless. You know, if you have a rule, you should kind of try to wonder, why is that rule in place? And are we going to be worse off for following it than if we don't follow it? And in this case, I think we would be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a mental note of where all of this corrosion is over here. I'm going to just take a mental note of it, and I am going to give it a quick ultrasonic cleaning. That's insane, John Nacomo. I was watching a stream about a Generac generator, and the guy said even after paying them for the generator, you have to give a monthly fee for the unit to work. Well, screw that. So anyway, we're going to just take this board, and I may actually ultrasonically clean it. Why is consecutive words of super in chat blocked in paid chats? Also, why am I wasting my money like this? Well, the first question is a question for the CEO of YouTube, and her name is Susan W. I don't have a direct line to Susan W., but I do hear that she may be able to get the answers to such things. The second question, that's something for a therapist, I imagine, or a financial advisor. And as you may have learned from last January, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. You may wish to seek the counsel of an experienced financial services professional. Okay, so I am going to get this ready for the ultrasonic cleaner. And I was really hoping that this would not be a board that I'm going to be ultrasonicking, because that's really boring, because it takes time for it to dry, it takes time for it to clean. So you're literally just going to be staring at my desk for the next 30 minutes while I do that. It doesn't make for an interesting video. When people say, I want to see you I want to see it after and before ultrasonicking, it may make for a decent video, but it really makes for a horrible live stream, because it's so boring. You're literally just going to sit here and, pretty much stare at nothing. It's just, like, how boring is that? Seems pretty boring to me, honestly, but such is life. You guys signed up for this garbage YouTube channel. You're going to keep getting your time wasted until you hit that unsubscribe button. Okay, so I'm just going to remove a little bit of that thermal rubbish. Wipe that off. And now we give this board an ultrasonicking. And then we're going to take a look at it afterwards and see what it looks like. And that's that. Okay, who here wants to hear the beautiful sound of an ultrasonic cleaner singing its song? Anybody want to hear it? It's a nice sound. Ready? You ready? Because this is going to be a really nice sound. Okay, we're going to play a nice, beautiful sound for you all. 3, 2, 1. Are you ready, headphone users? Oh, you're going to get raped. Ear raped. Did you find an 07 chip?
No, but I found an 06 chip. Is that good enough?
You're going down a rabbit hole here,
Yes,
Paul.
I am.
This is a bad rabbit hole.
Yes, it is.
You're not going to get an answer to your question.
Someday.
You need an 07 chip.
Probably.
Where'd you find the 06 chip?
2141 board.
Does it work?
I just put it on and it's too hot to turn on.
How do you have the patience?
I want to see a backlight. If I see a backlight, it will all be worth it.
Have you ever watched that guy on YouTube, Gruber Motors?
No.
He does electric vehicle repair, and it's really cool. He was showing, they have to figure out in a battery pack with 7,000 cells, one of them became parasitic and started drawing from all the others. So he had to figure out which one of the 7,000 cells to cut out of the circuit.
Wow. Yeah.
How do you think you would do that? Would you use a, he said he's like a, I figured thermocam, because he said it's, it's their own proprietary method or whatever, and it's like, come on. That's a thermocam, bro. Yeah. How does one cell become so bad that it actually destroys every other cell in the pack without exploding?
It's got to be a defect in the cell then.
But let's say that let's say you have a pack that has 7,000 cells. For one cell to affect all the other 7,000, it would have to have such an effect that you'd imagine that that cell would be blowing up if it's actually going to...
How is that one cell connected with all of the other cells? I thought that they're separated in some way.
Because he was going over one where like the car was getting 24 miles instead of 300.
Wow.
It's like I can't see one cell doing that. But all right, Ultrasonic is done with its cleaning. All right, now that your ears have been fully destroyed, we're going to take this motherboard and we're going to put it in some alcohol. Swish it around a little bit. Then take the board out of the alcohol. Just put it in. Now the alcohol is going to displace the water. Now after it's gone in the bin of Tupperware container of alcohol, we also have a spray bottle of 99% alcohol, and I'm going to spray it. And you can't see any of this because I'm too fucking lazy to set up another camera out here by the cleaner because fuck that. You get the camera in my room and that's that. Just spraying it to make sure I get under every one of these little BGA chips. I want to make sure there's no water on this board. I want this board to just be alcohol, because alcohol is going to displace all the water, and alcohol evaporates way faster than H2O. So we just make sure that there's no water on this thing. Okay, I'm pretty satisfied that I got no water on this board. Now I'm going to put in a fan for just a real quick minute, and then after that it goes into an oven. And after the oven, it'll be nice and dry, and then I'll start doing some basic touch-up work. But I'm not going to flux and reflow it right by where you have underfilled chips. You're asking to kill it. It's not nice to do that. Buy a cookie. I can't afford a cookie. I'm too fat. I gotta deal with lower carbs. I am not reflowing the board. The board goes in the oven at 200 degrees Fahrenheit, which is not enough to melt solder. I want an iPhone 4. Give me an iPhone 4. Where is my iPhone 4? I never did, Michael V. I never recovered the loss. I ate it. I ate that loss. Such is life. A few $1,000 down the drain. Because I bought from Unit Pack Power. They're a bad company that makes bad batteries. And they're dishonest as well. Their follow-up video that they did to my video on their batteries, what really pisses me off is they lied about everything. Like in my video, I said I used a regulator rated for 100 amps, and they claimed I used a regulator rated for 20 or 30. Which is just such bullshit, because it's in my fucking video. Like, I linked to exactly what I used. They're such a dishonest company. I can't imagine why anybody would want to purchase anything from them. Very dishonest business. No, this isn't profit sharing, VU. You're all unpaid interns. I'm glad, Oscar. It's easier said than done. I mean, you have to find something that other people aren't already doing. Or you have to find something that other people are doing but that they suck at, so that there's a reason for people to want to have you do it. And that it's definitely easier said than done. The true sympathy I have is that a lot of people are not going to find their place in the world because to find because you know, you have to figure out exactly what it is that's not being done perfectly or good enough, and then jump in and do it. And you know, it's really easy to not find that. It's very easy to kind of it's very easy to want to work, to have the willingness to learn something, the willingness to do something, but not know what that thing is. I don't want to sit down because I have to get up again. I know I'm going to have to get up again. Sunny days, you're always welcome to. I thoroughly enjoy your videos and your humor. You make me laugh. Like, I'll watch you shit on Cuomo. I'll watch you shit on Tesla. I'll watch you shit on myself. Like, I thoroughly enjoy when you shit on things. You have a good sense of humor, Sonny. And I enjoy whatever it is that you come up with. By all means, come up with something good. Happy New Year, Hannah Anderson. Okay, so we're just waiting for this board to come out of the ultrasonic cleaner. This is so boring. This is so boring. My God, this is boring. Come on. Sunny Days' videos are hilarious. I agree, Hannah. He's fucking hysterical. I really do enjoy his content. I don't think he appreciates how funny he is when he's not even trying to be. Sometimes that, noob. Sometimes. Okay, I'm waiting for my board. Come on. Dry, you piece of shit. Dry.
We have a box full of that.
The store is so big that I can forget to dry out the board fully before I put it in the oven, and you don't smell the alcohol over here.
When you go back there.
Yes. Is this a different board?
Yes.
You had to give out on the backlight thing for your sanity?
No, it's right there.
Can I put this chip back?
Yes.
So you have, and then this stuff too. That stuff.
Fucking annoying. That's fucking aggravated.
Okay, so you did do it. These, no. But I'm saying, like, you cleaned it out before these, so these are easy. Okay, so we're good. Just do them when you get a chance, and that's it.
Did you know that his cat has giant balls?
Leo? Yeah.
He has a second one that also has giant balls. It's ridiculous.
Pepe? Pepe has a giant. Don't say it. He has no neck. He doesn't have a neck.
Wait, you're calling her Pepe instead of Phoebe?
They call her Pepe.
Viniera must be not like that at all. Does she? She's so big she can't even get up to come out and say hi when people visit. Okay. This board is almost dry. Come on, you fuck. I'll raise the temperature a little bit. Dry faster, you piece of... Lewis becomes the DiCaprio couch pointing me whenever Sunny Day says his name in a video. I've never seen that. When will he live stream on Twitch? I don't know. That cough does not sound good. The person with the cough has a mask on.
You're streaming, right, Louis?
How can I help you? I can mute. I'm waiting for my board to dry.
No, so our payroll processed everything.
I thought that I made you sick already.
I don't know, this cough just came out of nowhere.
You're gonna.
I don't even know what it is.
What if it's the French
I'm not
variant?
even sick or anything.
No, did you go to Bloomberg.com on the front page? There's a French variant now.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. It's good. What's the? I don't know what the name of it is, but check it out. It's on the front page of Bloomberg. There's a French variant of COVID, and they said the CDC is understating it. No, this is like fucking Pokemon cards. Like, you got to catch them all. I plan on catching them all. I'm gonna give each one of them to you right afterwards. Same way you gave me that shit 2 weeks ago. So what's the name of this variant? The variant was identified in 12 people in the Southern Alps around the same time that Omicron was discovered in South Africa. The latter mutation has since traveled the globe, and yeah, but they don't give it a fucking
They
name.
don't give it a name.
What's the name?
It's too early to speculate.
Give it a name, get it out of your town. This is a Jerry Cantrell song.
The funnier part is how many variants are there that are just not named?
There's a Jerry Cantrell was the guitarist for Alice in Chains, one of my favorite groups, and he has this one song, Give it a name, get it out of your town. They need that with all these new variants. Give it a name. Macron pledges to infuriate France's unvaccinated by tightening restrictions. I'm confident that's not going to end with a guillotine for you. Isn't that what the French Revolution happened in France?
Look, read this quote.
I'm not going to get them vaccinated by force. We put pressure on the unvaccinated by limiting their access to social activities as much as possible. I'm not going to throw them in prison. Yeah, you're just going to make their life miserable. I'm not pissing off the French. However, the unvaccinated, I really want to piss them off, he said in an interview published Tuesday. Yo, they're going to fucking... They're going to guillotine you. He's getting fucking guillotined. There's no way. He's asking for it. Oh, best of luck, man. Okay, let's cool off the board now. So it's dry. I'm going to put it in here to cool it off before I try to turn it on. Back in the fan. And then we will get to work on it. He got COVID twice and got a vaccine. He's invincible. Okay. Impossible. I have a muzzle for you. I'm going to get you a muzzle. One moment. I have a superior quality muzzle than the one that you have. Coughing fuck. Let's get... Here, try this. This feels like luxury. Take this. This is luxury. The thing that you're wearing doesn't do shit. You might as well be wearing a fucking t-shirt. KN95. That's fancy. It's like underwear on your face, but it's like comfortable underwear. It does. It's like that moment that you switch over from normal underwear to boxers. Put it. Just put one on top of the other. He looks like he has a beak.
Nice, though. I'm not mean. This actually feels nice.
It does. It really feels like you're getting a face massage from something I can't say on camera. He looks like he has a beak. You see that? Oh, you like the beak? No, but seriously, if you're gonna get them for the store, stop buying this stupid. These actually do something. This thing is a joke.
You want one of these? So much better.
Yeah, it's like your face is getting massaged by a porn star. Like, it's fucking beautiful.
I've had it before.
This one?
Yeah, I bought this one in Mexico too.
Really? Wait a second, Mexico?
Yeah. Oh, what last?
Was it what was it laced with? Because last time we went to Mexico, you guys all came back with like cancer.
Are you ready to say goodbye to them? We're not gonna see. We're probably not gonna see him for sure. So.
I ain't coming back. I'm done. I'll tell you that much.
Danny maybe or not maybe. He's getting the new variant and he's staying in Mexico.
Doesn't it?
I'm
Did you see the new variant?
There's a French one. Yeah, there's a French one. And Macron said, "I want to piss off the unvaccinated." It doesn't have a name yet. No, they didn't fucking name it. You have to name it to get it out of your town. But Jerry Cantrell has a song about that. But Macron said, "I want to piss off the unvaccinated as much as possible."
Feels better.
He's begging to get guillotined.
I guess.
You don't think so?
A little bit, yeah.
You look good in that. You're very good at it.
He respected you. Oh my god. Oh shit! I need a donor board. That's what I came out here for, isn't it? Yeah. Get these. Stop getting that blue shit.
I didn't buy these.
Especially the worst are those black ones. Like that's literally like.
It's more fashionable than that, though.
Wait, he has the black ones though.
Yeah.
Where's
No, but those are
He
useless.
was for the black one
I like
for
it. I like it.
months, and now all of a sudden he buys one mask and that one's better.
Oh, no, I have this one on now.
That's
Wait,
a.
So this came with it, or you just had those as a? Oh,
I don't, no, those are shit.
these are useless.
Those are more than useless.
Well, at least the hair doesn't have COVID, though. They can't breathe in COVID.
That's probably for Mr. Clinton.
That
Mis-
looked like a guy. I don't know.
Clinton got blonde hair.
No, Mr. Clinton likes.
Blonde hair, man. I don't know about
Sometimes Mr. Clinton goes through my mask bag because. No, the masks came in the same box as the greenies, so Mr. Clinton was going through it because he wanted to figure out which one to open.
like a female hair today, but
Don't worry, Mr. Clinton doesn't. He's not infected with anything. Coronaviruses don't go from animals to humans, so you're good. You're good. Okay, where's the fucking A1932 board?
$5,000 free 40 screens.
Wait, is that cheaper than the price that Amy lady gave? There was another person on Skype, Amy, that I asked for an invoice, but she gave me two prices. And she's more reliable, so I just wanted to know if they're...
2337, 2289.
And I was also going to get some A1706 and 7 while at it. Do you know what the A1932 donors are?
Yes.
Oh, right in front of my face. Damn, I feel like I'm wearing a mask over my eyes.
Should be these.
820-01958. Yeah, but if you scroll up, you'll see that she gave me some prices, I think. Are they better or worse? Let's see. So what is this?
Wait, are you sure?
Oh shit, the heatsink covers the fucking board number.
Wait.
Yo. Oh wait, no, this is a
No, it's a
different
2179.
Roar.
No, huh?
$10 cheaper.
$10 cheaper from Amy or from Cindy?
What area do you need? Which
I'm
area-
getting you some exercise.
Which area you're looking for?
This there.
CPS.
Okay, Amy's more trustworthy too, so we get it from her.
That's missing.
Okay, I just wait for her invoice.
Why are
So-
you putting the attention
This one might
to
work.
between me?
Oh, okay, actually, shit, I forgot which one was my original board now. Oh, fuck. Okay, never mind. It's this.
That's plugged in.
Okay, thank God. That would have sucked.
You're the only one smart enough to do that.
I always keep the charge port plugged in. All right, thank you very much. God bless you. Okay, what did I miss in chat? You can smell a fart through your mask. What are you wearing it for? Pointless. If you can tell that I was soldering in this room, even though I'm using a fume extractor, I guess the fume extractor is pointless. Forget about the fact that the fume extractor is preventing 99% of what would have otherwise been going into my lungs from going into my lungs. If you're able to tell that I was simply soldering in this room, then the fume extractor is totally pointless, right? Because who cares if something is 99% effective or 90% effective? Why bother at all? Come on, man. Don't be a dumb fuck like that. Okay, next. At least he's better. Like you can do logic and reasoning better than that shit. I feel so bad for Pfizer. They've only made to pay $10 billion with boosters. Let's see. It's invincible to COVID. How come he got it a second time? Well, but that's the thing. He wasn't invincible before, but now he's invincible. He's gonna fuck up the French variant. I know that much. The French always lose. I'm kind of curious. Like I know the French always lose at war. But will the French variants lose at war as well? Like, does that move over to the variants? Okay. Okay, where was I? Okay, I need to do a clap so I know where to edit this video because I'm too fucking lazy to do real editing. If masks work, why vaccine? If vaccine works, why masks? Let's see, how do I put this? If seatbelts work, then why do you have airbags? If airbags work, then why do you have a crumple zone? If a crumple zone works, then why doesn't everybody just drive drunk? I guess none of them work. It's like, you guys are so fucking retarded. It's just like, stop. Stop being retards. I'm serious. Like, it's, I don't mind if you disagree, but just be smarter. Like, my fucking God. Anyway, I can't. Okay. Clap, edit, and get onto board repair. But just stop being so fucking dumb. That's all I ask. Like, I just want you to be less fucking stupid. Is that much to ask? Anyway. Okay, I can see this. We get onto the board repair. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at this area. See what we got. So as you can see, even with the ultrasonic cleaner, it still looks like shit. This still looks like absolute shit. So this has to get replaced, this replaced, this replaced. You can see that there is, where this pin is going to, I have put the board at an angle. You'll see that that fourth pin from the bottom is red. So that means that that solder pad on the board is probably destroyed. So obviously I'm not going to be reusing the TPS 51980. Right down here you can see again, see this? The left pad is fine. I can't force people to use their brain. That's impossible. I learned that from years of doing board repair videos before any of this political shit came up. You can't force people to use their fucking brain. It's impossible. Some people are allergic to it. Okay, over here, this resistor over here, right side destroyed, left side good. This resistor here, bottom good, top side destroyed. And this area over here, right by the NAND that I was thinking of reflowing, as you can see, this actually came out looking pretty good. Again, I'm still going to want to re-go over some of these joints, like this one over here, you know, this is not a great solder joint. But this actually seems like there's a chance So James actually asked a good question. James is using his brain. If the vaccine doesn't stop spreading but reduces severity, why are we banning unvaccinated health workers but permitting CDC COVID-positive healthcare workers to return to work while sick? This is an excellent question, and this is one of the things that drives me nuts. So, you know, I understand the concept. Okay, let's say that if we have a shortage in healthcare workers, we probably don't want to fire them, right? So, but, well, let's say we have the idea it's so bad to have unvaccinated people working at a hospital that it's better off that you not get health care at all than you have a vaccinated person, unvaccinated person working on you. But that's clearly not true, because last year, between March and December, you had people, healthcare workers that, imagine like 99% of them during that period of time were unvaccinated working on people. Because it's better to have an unvaccinated healthcare worker work on you at a hospital than it is to not receive healthcare. So I really wasn't for that. I wasn't for the whole like firing of healthcare workers over this. I think that was a really stupid thing to do. Anyway, continue. Let me go back to this. Also, I got to do a clap for editing so that I have a fucking board repair video. Okay. Now, I do need to fix this board. So unless you're going to pay my rent and my payroll, you guys stop distracting me. Let me fix something. So I'm going to turn on my fume extractor that, according to that person before, there's no point to me using, because what's the point of using a fume extractor if I can still smell flux or solder? And who cares if, you know, a very, very large percentage of what would otherwise have gone into my nose is not going into my nose. If it's not 100%, I guess there's absolutely no point to it at all, right? You guys will... Alright, so first thing we're going to do is make it all look nice in this area again. And then if it doesn't work, we'll open up the schematic. So there's brain on and brain off mode. Pear character looking at himself in mirror saying, "Thanks for being you," with hearts popping out of eyes. Thank you for that. Only you can stop looking at comments. Only you can stop dumpster fires in comment sections. Now remember, you don't want to solder on top of corrosion. Thank you, Eamon Koth. So we're just going to do some mild scraping. We're going to scrape. Again, I'm not soldering on top of corrosion, I'm scraping. And I want all of the junk that's over there to get sucked up onto my iron. Main problem with mandates is a bludgeon approach to everyone irrespective of risk factor. I agree. That little pad doesn't want to take any solder at all. Hell, the actual ground pad is grabbing solder easier than that pin. There we go. Finally got it. Pin really had some really high thermal mass there. Okay. I don't know. The logic behind some of those comments kills me. It's like if your hot air station works, why do you use a board preheater? Oh my god. Can you imagine if somebody asked, if your hot air station worked, why would you have a board preheater? If your glasses work, why do you have a microscope? If a mask works, why do you recommend social distancing? I don't know. It's kind of strange, because I thought that, like, after 6 or 7 years of doing videos where you're kind of forced to use deductive reasoning and logic and investigative thinking, that I would have kind of cultivated a bit of an audience that is able to use those things. And so what aggravates me is not if you disagree with me. I don't give a shit. Feel free to disagree with me. It's when people go out of their way to not use their brain. That it's so fucking triggering. But nothing's more triggering than me Paul Danielsing these resistors right here. Sweet goddamn mercy. Sweet mercy. Man, I'm getting my own karma right here. Are you guys watching me sweet mercy it up? Probably, James, probably. It's hard to tell, though. Wait a second. There's a pad missing down there. God damn it. Okay, unfortunately there's no... I was gonna try to do this board repair without using Paul Daniels' software, but unfortunately it seems like there's no way out of it. I'm going to have to use Paul Daniels' software. I'm gonna have to open a board view for this machine. There's no way around it. Okay. So there's a pad missing, and I didn't know that there was a component there. Luckily, it seems like that matches. Okay, according to the board view software. Oh boy, I had too much hot sauce, and it's kind of coming up at me and attacking me. in ways that I wasn't expecting it to. Give me a moment. One moment. I don't know, that heartburn or something. I had so much hot sauce, and it was so good too. It was really, really quality hot sauce, but it's actually killing me right now. One moment. One moment. What the fuck? This one, there we go. So, yeah, so this is the pad that's missing right over here. And I need this. So this attaches to this and this and this. So, and this. So I could just attach this resistor straight over to there and probably be good. That's what I'm gonna probably do. If somebody hit mod back. What are you talking about? What is hit mod back? What does that mean? Rob Brown is going to send me some crazy Kentucky hot sauce now that's going to kill my insides. But I welcome it. I thoroughly enjoy hot sauce that kills my insides. Okay. Let's bring this pad back. Scrape, scrape, scrape. 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 Scrape your corrosion. Scrape your corrosion. Alright, there we go. I can't keep answering that question, Derek. Only so many times in an evening. Okay. Beat. Fuck you! Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know why I still do this anymore. Like, I just don't get it. I clearly don't have the nervous system in the hands for it. I'm just kind of torturing myself and embarrassing myself on the internet. Like, I really have no motor control anymore. I should retire before I become a joke. Okay, so this pad is gone over here, so I attached it to this. I am curious if this is broken, but does this pad lead to that, or does that lead to this? Because if that leads to this, then me attaching this resistor downwards like that doesn't really matter. Okay. Let's see. So we're missing a couple of pads up here. And what's going to be important is figuring out what these are for. So that's ground. Yeah, those are just some caps on input. Okay, that's not a big freaking deal. Those are just some caps to mildly smooth things out. They're tiny caps to smooth things out. And don't get me wrong, I prefer they be there, but... I'd also prefer that Larry Sharpe had won over Cuomo in 2018. You don't always get what you want. So those caps up there are going to be called non-essential. I believe that's the term that Mr. Andrew Cuomo would use. He would call it non-essential. I just made a bridge over there. We're going to correct that. There we go. I can't talk about a MacBook right now, Rob Brown, because I want to murder it. I kind of want to kill it. There we go. Much better looking. Scraping and scraping and scraping. How are you doing, Mr. Rob Brown? How far are you away from where Chris Long is? I'm curious. I visited Chris Long's shop and home last time that I made it to Kentucky. Yeah, flux is a lifesaver, ain't it? That's why I love using it so much. My God. Let's get this chip off the board. 10. Okay, let the board cool off for a moment in the fume extractor. I used my eyeballs, Roger. They were liquid damaged. If it looks nasty, it is nasty. Hello, Din Dog. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a great evening. I wish the best for you and your family. Okay, now we give the board a once-over. So we've ultrasonically cleaned it. We've looked it over. We've removed things that were burned, or we've replaced them, and where pads were destroyed, we've scraped away in order to make a new pad to go in that area. So this looks better than it did before. You're missing some bypass caps at the top, but those are not exactly what we would call essential. I'm glad to hear it, Bitrot. I'm glad to hear it. I did forget to replace those resistors over here, didn't I? I mentioned that I was going to touch them up or replace them earlier, and I forgot entirely. This is why it's really important to go over the board again, regardless of whether or not you think you fixed your problem. Because you may say that you fixed something, and you may have not actually finished, or you could have easily overlooked something that's critical to... You don't want to leave stuff like this looking on the board. My daily shill of Paul Daniels Flex Board View. I prefer to call it Chloride View. After the individual that had to die in order for Paul Daniels to take his software. Okay. Yeah, imagine if I had, even if this had worked, imagine if I had left those resistors on the board. That would have been absolutely shameful. You never want to do half-assed work like that. You should be able to look at your work with pride, knowing that what you did was a good job. Unfortunately, over here we have another pad that's in a pathway that looks like it's destroyed. So this is going to require a little bit of creativity, but that's fine. I'll show you how I'm going to get around that. And this is going to be like a little filing of the nail. That pad is good, it's just that solder could be nicer. I added enough flux that I can get away with a little bit of filing of the nail like so. There we go. Now, what do we do about what's over there? Well, I'll show you. See this? Just hold on. A little bit of scraping. And there we go. Now we got a pad again. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, right? Look at that. Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Okay, so just gonna grab a couple of components, and then we'll have a happy little working motherboard. Isn't it gonna be great once it's a happy little working motherboard? Okay, so what we do here is we are going to grab some components from the donor and put them on this. Okay, isn't that beautiful? Just do a little bit of, yeah. All right. And we're going to get that little cap that doesn't have a pad anymore. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the dick sack. This is going to be a giant pain in the dick sack. Okay, there we go. The cap is on there. Did I just slide that down? What did I just do? Yeah, I almost did. I don't think so, Anthony. Shit, I think I fixed my ThinkPad when I blew a backlight fuse when I was using it. I was using my T520 as a screen tester back when I had the supply company. Shit, little resistor just flew away. I need to grab another one. Let's see, what is this resistor actually? Let's see if Paul Daniels' software will show me. Okay, it's a 10K. I could probably grab that out of a resistor booklet. It's a 10K 201 resistor. I'll just grab it out of the booklet. It's easier than getting up. Here we go. I just found myself a little... Wait. Oh, they're not in here. Oh, that's horrible. Somebody stole the 10K resistors out of the resistor booklet. Wow, somebody needs to die for that. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta grab a 10K resistor set.
don't you?
Yeah, I just had a resistor that flew away. And my resistor booklet is missing 10K resistors, which is just evil. Aha, found it. I can't believe my little resistor booklet is missing my resistor. You took off the mask that works and put on the one that doesn't.
They both killing my ear. I don't even want this one on, but I'm coughing like mad.
And he has it below his nose. This is such a shitpost. It's a magnificent shitpost. Okay. And now we wait. And now we wait for it to cool off for a moment. Once it cools off, we're going to plug it in and turn it on. And then we're going to see how it functions after it's been turned on. I have a kitty cat named Mr. Clinton. My kitty cat is the cutest cat in the world. If you have a pet in my chat, and he's not Mr. Clinton the kitty cat, he's probably not cute at all. But Mr. Clinton, he goes meow meow. I love that my little kitty goes meow meow. I love that little kitty so much. He's my Clinton monster, and he goes "Wee." Now let's see if we get a different result in amperage when we plug it in than what we had before, now that everything's looking better and cleaner. So 5 volts at 400 milliamps, that's scary. We shouldn't have that much amperage usage before the thing even turns on. Do keep in mind before we were getting 20 volts. That's not good. Let's try the other charge port. 5 volts, 200 milliamps. 5 volts, 200 milliamps. And nothing at all. Okay, so there's a few things that I would want to look at. It looks like there may be a chance that we actually stepped backwards from where we were before. Now, one of the chances that could be, remember, we had an issue over here where this was disconnected. So I'm going to want to take a really close look at that and figure out what's going on in that area. Do I need to run a jumper? is there the importance of running a jumper. So we have this volt PPV in G3 hot 3V3 G3 3V3V G3 3V V3 hot, and that this capacitor C6961 is over here. That is supposed to be going to these two pins over here, and this is supposed to be PP bus G3 hot. So let's see what we actually have there. I'm also somewhat concerned by the fact that, oh, come on, multimeter software is not turning on. Do we have no multimeter software anymore? Oh, that would be depressing if we had no more multimeter software anymore. There we go, multimeter software. Can you just put a bag over Steve's head?
Oh, yeah.
Why chin bra?
Why should what?
Chin bra.
Oh, no, I just took it off. Chin diaper. I can't breathe. I actually...
What are you, fucking George Floyd? You serious? I can't. Oh my God, he just clapped to edit that shit out. What are you, George Floyd? Okay. Where was I? Where was I here? Ah, other side. 3.3 volts. He's too white to be using that as an excuse. Also, clap to edit that out. .29 volts. Is this chip actually creating the output that I'd like it to? It's supposed to be making PP3V3 G3 hot RTC. I can stop looking at this area entirely if I can establish whether or not that's actually happening. .3, okay, so this area, I mean, I know everything that I did in this area is proper. What's this? That looks awful suspicious. No, that's not anything. Okay. This is gonna have to wait until tomorrow, probably. Let's see. Addict 2179. Where do you have a power sequence page on here? That's crazy that we went backwards from 20 volts to 5 volts. So PP bus is there. PP. Where was I? Something is off here. We had 20 volts earlier. Fapple, says Ian. Fapple indeed. Fapple, sir. Okay, let's take a look at some of the stuff that I have made assumptions. Maybe I shouldn't have made. Made an assumption up here on where I put this capacitor. Why is there so much bro talk outside? This is where PP3v3 G3 hot connects to the rest of the machine. Now, is that actually happening over here? I did run a jumper, but let's see. So over here, on the side that looks broken, on the cap, what do I have here? 3.29, but do I have 3.29 over here? I don't. Okay, there we go. There we go. That was it. That was holding on by a thread before. So I attached it the wrong side. Man, I thought that was so stupid. That was really dumb of me. That was actually quite stupid. That was dumb. Okay. Don't worry. Your life is filled with stupid mistakes. The people who just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going will you just gotta outlast everybody else. I think I'm living proof that you can be a complete and unskilled, incapable moron and still get somewhere in life as long as you're willing to just outlast everybody else. Okay. So we need to get PP3v3 is not making its way to the side of the board with the CD3217s because that's cut off. And I was barely hanging on. I was actually holding on by the corrosion that was there. So, no big deal though, no big deal. We're just going to extend it over. Small jumper. We just got to outlast people is all. Okay. Okay, we get 20 volts, 10 milliamps, 20 milliamps, 0, 20 milliamps, 10 milliamps, 0. So we're actually right back where we started, which, believe it or not, is an upgrade, because you could be worse than where you started, which is where we were for a short period. We were worse than where we started. Right now, we're right back where we started. Again, being back where you started can sometimes feel like an upgrade. So there is no difference in behavior in the board now than there was before. You have the 5-volt rail jumping up and down, maybe indicative of a short somewhere. So that's PP5ES5 jumping up and down. Now I'm going to kind of try and chase and see what other rails are jumping up and down, if any. Are this every rail or just one? Or so I just measure PP5ES5, which comes out of here. Now we're also going to take a look at I have PP5ES5LDO. We're going to take a look at PP3V3_G3 hot and see if that's jumping. And then we're also going to take a look at PP5ES5G3 shit, because PP5EG3 shit also goes through here. I don't know what the G3S stands for, so I call it G3 shit because it's G3S. It used to be G3 hot. I understand what G3 hot means. I don't know what G3 shit means. So I call it G3 shit. It may not be G3 shit, though. Okay, PP3V3. 3. Okay, it's up. It's kind of moving up and down a little bit there. So yeah, something's pulling it down. So this chip is turning itself on and off and on and off and on and off and on and off. Very interesting. Now, is that because there's a short? It's kind of flickering itself on and off that I'm only going to see on the thermal camera? Very possible, but since it's only jumping up to 40 milliamps, that's going to be a tough thing to see. So you could technically, if you wanted, measure every single rail on the computer on the 3 and the 5 volt rail and just kind of go up from there. So you do have a page with power rails here. That's going to take a while. We're going to see if somebody here has a thermal camera that I can take a look at. We're going to steal a thermal camera.
I'm doing this to you.
I just cut that thing off your face already. Hello, friend.
Hello.
You have thermal camera?
Yeah?
I can't use it because I'm using Linux, and Linux sucks.
Oh.
Where's my short?
What's short in?
I don't know. The 3.3 volt and the 5 volt rail keep going 5 0 5 0 5 0, and it's pulsing between. It's going 10 milliamps, 20, 40 0, 10, 20, 40 0.
MOSFETs, but we don't have any left.
Which MOSFET?
Those always die on that model. The one under PMIC.
What? No way.
Right here by the edge of the board.
No way. No
Probably,
way.
Maybe.
Oh,
Those two?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, like he's going back on it already.
I mean, I'm not certain. I haven't had the 5050, but
You want to ride?
no, Uber's coming.
I mean, we can make a match. How's your foot coming along?
I'm good. I can. I swear just to be safe, but I still limp a little bit, but it's much better now.
No train today?
I took it to work. We're going to Uber home.
Too many crackheads?
Yeah, it's kind of nighttime too. I can't really do much when I'm wearing the boot.
Yeah. How hard is that thing? Like, could you...
Pretty hard.
So, I mean, could you do this to somebody? Let me see. Like, kick me in the... to do this. Do you know how to do single leg kick? Like,
I got you.
At least I think. I don't know.
oh, God.
That hurt.
Oh,
I
my.
didn't mean to do it.
No, that's fine. I was prepared, but, like...
It's very hard,
Yeah, you could fuck somebody up with that pretty badly.
Sure.
You have to lean on your heel on this leg like this, because if you just do this, it doesn't do anything. When you do this, you can really, like, go forward with the kick. Where's my short?
Oh, it's even worse then.
Oh, wait, what? ICT2 chip getting hot.
Yeah.
No.
It's not a problem.
No.
So look at this corner. Do you see?
Oh,
It's a PMIC. Something is shorted. So
fuck me.
I'm not sure. It might be a top layer of the T2, but it doesn't look like that.
And that ends my stream. All right. Fuck this. Paul.
This is what we can do.
Have fun, Paul.
It's shorted. No, the top layer is fine. So it might be PMIC itself. This is okay. So T2 looks fine.
Hello, Paul.
Yeah,
He's good.
T2 looks fine. Probably PMIC.
Do we have PMIC?
Yeah, we have a bunch of those.
We do? With balls?
No, without, but we have.
Okay. Here, hello, Paul. All right, that's where this stream ends. Tomorrow you'll get to see the follow-up to this video. The follow-up to this video is where Paul reballs a PMIC and fixes the board. It's gonna be great, folks. Trust me. All right. Well, that's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something.